Hello, hello, everybody. It is Lanissa and Kate, my resident physician liaison, and we are coming at you today with another episode of What's Hot and What's Not. And today we are talking about the total office call. And the total office call is what is hot. And what we mean when we talk about the total office call is talking to everyone in the office like they are the most important person in the office and like they are the only person that you're going to talk to that day. Sharing your message with everyone in the office. So when you walk into the front desk, you're going to say, "Hi, I am Lanissa with whatever company, and here's the message I have to share with you." You're going to educate them on your product. You're going to educate them on your practice. You're going to show them how to use your product. You're going to show them how to refer to your practice. And then you're going to talk about, what you have to offer. Ask them some questions. Is the practice manager available? Is the doctor available? So treating the gatekeeper just as important as you would the practice manager, the doctor, the same with the technicians, the same with the schedulers. That is the total office call. And Kate, I know you have some experience with this. So tell us about the total office call and your experience.
I feel strongly about the total office call. I think that you do yourself a huge disservice if you don't spend time with the total office. And this doesn't mean that you give everybody in the office all the same spiel. You really want to tailor it to what their position is. You're not going to talk to the billing specialist about the clinical differences that you might talk to the doctor with, right? But when you do the total office call, you cast a wide net for yourself of information gathering, and you may find out some pain points from one department that the doctor may not have been aware of, right? So Absolutely. When I sold contact lenses, I would get information from the contact lens specialist who typically would do the INR training, right? Insertion and removal training for the patient, about how easy it was to put in, their comfort, patient feedback, what were new patients saying about this lens. And I would have never gotten that information from the doctor because they don't do that training. They just do the prescription and the material fit, right? And so if you don't cast a wide net, you're going to miss out on some information. And one thing we always joke about, it's like the likelihood of one of the staff members being either related or married to the doctor is so high, especially in Texas. It's so high. So don't discredit anyone as being part of the sphere of influence. Don't overlook anyone. Don't be so tunnel visioned on only talking to the doctor. You never know who has influence. And I've heard it, sadly, I've heard it from the doctor will tell me, or they would tell me before, a competitive rep was rude to their front desk. So they don't like to talk to them. Right.
Yeah.
And you're like, mental note, not going to be rude to your front desk.
Yeah.
You're the staff. So total office call is big. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like in the physician liaison world, a lot of times the doctor is the decision maker, but his staff makes all of the referrals. And so making sure that they understand the referral process, or working with them on what is their referral process and how do you fit into that, and partnering with them on that. And if you are ignoring the other members in the staff and trying to go straight to the doctor every time, you are missing out on valuable opportunities to build those relationships and increase those referral partnerships. So the total office call is definitely
there a link process somewhere.
What was that? I missed that. Sorry.
Anybody in the office, especially in a smaller office, they all wear so many hats, right? They may be the front desk person and the tech and so they wear so many hats that I can almost guarantee you they play a part in the process, whether it's the referral process or the fitting habit or the prescription process, whatever it is. I guarantee you they have a link in there, and you want to make sure that you're doing your part to strengthen that link between what you and that person. Because if you make their job easier, like you talked about in the referral world, they're the ones doing the referring. If you can show them the easiest way to do that, or you make it easy on them, the likelihood of them being super like, "Hey doc, aren't we sending to so-and-so?" it's huge. So strengthen those links. for sure.
Yes, absolutely. So if what's hot is the total office call, then what's not hot is the popularity contest. And so there are really two extremes with the popularity contest that I see all the time. And the first extreme is going in and talking to whatever person that you have the best relationship with. And that could be, you know, the billing person, it could be the front desk person, just whatever person is nicest to you. You go in, you have a quick conversation with them because it feels good, but then you turn around and you walk out the door. And if that sounds like you and that's ringing a bell, then go back and watch our friend zone video because that might be helpful for you. And then the other extreme, and the other popularity contest extreme that we see is that people will come in and they'll completely try to bypass the gatekeeper, try to bypass everyone else and just go straight to the doctor and only want to talk to the doctor and ignore everyone else and then turn around and leave. And like you, Kate, I've heard doctors say, take care of my staff and you're taking care of me. And so the total office call is so important because you never know who an influencer is going to be. I had an office that I was trying so hard to talk to the doctor, and she would talk to me all the time, but she had a really entrenched relationship with another provider. But her office manager, I would talk to as well and provide valuable information to. And her office manager just kept saying, give him a chance, give him a chance, give him a chance, give him a chance.
Right.
And, you know, the doctor kept saying, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And after several months of this, finally the doctor wore down and said, fine, I'll give them a chance. And she gave our practice a chance, liked our practice, and eventually switched over time, all of her referrals, and became one of our top referring, most loyal referring doctors for many, many years. So again, if I would have just ignored that practice manager and only focused on the doctor who actually gave me time and was very nice to me, but wasn't going to change her referring habits, if I would have just focused on her and not her practice manager, she probably would have never changed her habits. So
100%.
The total office call is so important, and that is hot. What is not hot is getting caught up in the popularity contest and only focusing on one person in the office, either the person that's nicest to you or only the doctor. And Kate, do you have an example of that for you to share as well? The popularity contest?
Yeah, I definitely do. I have two. So I want to give a tip on how to get out of the talking to just whoever's nicest to you one.
Okay.
Especially if getting out of the friend zone is uncomfortable, use that person and think of the questions that you need to know the answers to. Like, you need to know what the doctor's, fitting habits are. You need to know those things, right? And you can present those questions to Sally Sue and say, hey, I want to find out XYZ. Are you the best person to talk to about that? And she's probably most likely going to say no, or whoever it is. She'll say, actually, you'd have to ask doc, blah, blah, blah. And then you can say, okay, can you help me set up some time to do that with doctor? And you use that person to be your advocate in the office or your helper to get to the right person. Because they like you and you're friendly and you have rapport with them. They want to help you. So you can just think of those questions you need to know the answer to that they probably can't answer for you. Say that's what you would like to find out. Who can I talk to about that? And they'll get you to the right person. And it may be the office manager, it may be the doctor, it may be whoever, but that way it moves you to another person in the office. And it's easier to do it that way, to use that person. The example I have is similar to yours, where the doctor was actually very pro my company. He loved it, but he was not a numbers man. He did not care about he cared, but he didn't really know how to care about the numbers, right? But he had his head technician was just like phenomenal. She was so awesome. I loved working with her. And when I talked to the doctor and got him on board clinically to get it moving on an execution standpoint, I took it up with his head technician, and she was all about, seeing the movement, seeing the business reviews. She'd give me feedback from the patients. She would mark on Doc's chart every day, possible candidate for this, lens, possible candidate for this lens, possible candidate for this. Made it so much easier for him to implement his commitments that he made. And she was so bought into it, and she was my ally. She was like my key player. So like, you had the office manager advocating for you to give you a chance. Even if the doctor likes your product, they probably have a right-hand person that can help keep them accountable, and help you keep them accountable when you're not there. When they're actually seeing patients, they're helping you by, mentioning to doc, hey, remember we talked about this, or this patient's a good patient. So yeah, you don't know who you're going to miss out on as being your ally in the office if you don't make that total office call.
Yeah. So it all comes down to partnerships, and the total office call is really the way that you build those partnerships. So that is what's hot today. If you want to learn more, you can check us out on our website at lb.solutions. Until next time, we'll see you later.